The massive hull of the U.S. Prometheus stretched across 37 kilometers of space, its titanium carbon composite armor gleaming under the light of distant stars. Captain Marcus Webb stood on the bridge, watching the view screen display. Readings that should have been impossible. After 300 years of searching, humanity had finally found them. Contact bearing 27 Mark IV, reported Lieutenant Davis from the sensor station. Multiple vessels, unknown configuration. They're holding position at the edge of the asteroid field. Webb nodded, his weathered face betraying no emotion despite the historic moment. The Prometheus had been humanity's crown jewel for 2 decades, a warship built not for conquest but for protection. Its construction had required the resources of 12 colony worlds and represented the pinnacle of human engineering. Size and classification? Webb asked. Largest vessel measures approximately 8 kilometers in length. Detecting 17. Smaller craft in escort formation. Sir, they're not moving. At all. The bridge crew exchanged glances. First contact protocols had been drilled into every officer, but nothing had prepared them for this moment. Webb activated the ship's internal communication system. All hands, this is the captain. We have encountered non-human vessels. Maintain stations and await further orders. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, the ship's chief xenobiologist, hurried onto the bridge. She had been preparing for this moment her entire career, running simulations and developing communication protocols that might never be used. Captain, we should attempt to establish communication, she said, slightly out of breath. The universal mathematics sequence might work. Webb considered. The Prometheus carried enough firepower to level a small moon, but their mission was peaceful exploration. Still, he had to consider the safety of his crew. Very well, Doctor, but we maintain full defensive readiness. The communication array hummed to life, broadcasting mathematical sequences across multiple frequencies. Prime numbers, basic arithmetic, and geometric theorems pulsed through space toward the alien fleet. Minutes passed in tense silence. Then, without warning, the alien vessels began to move. Not toward the Prometheus, but away from it, their formation breaking apart in what appeared to be panic. They're retreating, sir, Davis reported. Wait, no. They've stopped again. They're just hovering. Webb frowned. Explain hovering, Lieutenant. They're maintaining position, but their engines appear to be cycling on and off repeatedly. It's almost like they can't decide whether to advance or retreat. Through the enhanced optical sensors, the crew could see the alien ships more clearly. Now, they were elegant vessels, with smooth curves and what appeared to be organic components integrated into their hulls. Beautiful, but clearly built for purposes other than war. Captain, Dr. Rodriguez said, studying her readings, I'm detecting massive energy signatures from their vessels. They're not weapons, though. These look like sensor arrays. Incredibly sophisticated ones. They're scanning us? More than that. They're analyzing every component of our ship. Our armor, our weapons, our engine signatures. It's like they're trying to understand what we are. Webb walked to the forward viewport, gazing out at the alien fleet. The Prometheus dwarfed even their largest vessel, its bulk casting shadows across the smaller ships. He began to understand. What was happening? They're afraid, he said quietly. Sir? Davis asked. Look at their ships, Lieutenant. Beautiful, elegant, clearly advanced. But they're not warships. They're explorers, like us. And they just encountered something that makes their largest vessel look like a shuttle. The realization settled over the bridge. Humanity had built the Prometheus as a protector, a guardian for their expanding colonies. But to aliens who had never seen such a massive warship, it must have appeared as an instrument of conquest. Captain, the communications officer called out. We're receiving a transmission. It's not mathematical. It's complex, multiple overlapping frequencies. Put it through the translation matrix, Dr. Rodriguez ordered. The bridge speakers crackled. To life with an alien voice, mechanical and precise through the translation system. Unknown massive vessel, we are peaceful explorers of the Kepler Alliance. We mean no harm. Please state your intentions. Webb stepped forward. Dr. Rodriguez, prepare a response. Tell them we are also peaceful explorers, and that we wish to establish friendly relations. The message was transmitted, and again they waited. The alien ships remained motionless, their engines still cycling uncertainly. Captain, Dr. Rodriguez said, reviewing the translation data, I think they're having trouble believing us. Their message contains undertones of fear and disbelief. Webb considered this. The Prometheus was indeed a formidable sight, bristling with defensive systems and armor plating. To beings who had never encountered humanity, it must have seemed like a vessel of war. All stop, he ordered. Power down all weapon systems. Reduce engine output to minimum. Sir? His first officer questioned. If we want to convince them we're peaceful, we need to act peaceful. A ship this size powering down its weapons is a gesture they can't misinterpret. The Prometheus gradually dimmed as systems powered down. The alien vessels seemed to respond, their erratic movements calming slightly. Captain, we're receiving another transmission, the communications officer reported. This time, the alien voice carried less mechanical distortion, almost as if they were relaxing their guard. Massive vessel, we detect your power reduction. This is ... unexpected. We request permission to approach for peaceful contact. Webb smiled, the first genuine expression he had shown since the encounter began. Permission granted. Welcome to the galaxy, friends. As the alien ships slowly approached, history was being made. Two species, meeting for the first time each, discovering that the universe was far less empty than they had imagined. They, Prometheus, humanity's titan among the stars, had found its true purpose not in war, but in opening the door to a larger community of intelligent life.